Welcome to the Series 3 finale for Doctor Who. Cannot believe we are here already, but let's get into it. So, when he became human, though, that was still him. It was just a human version of him. So when he went back to being a Time Lord, did none of that. I'm sorry, 1 year later? No way is that Tom Ellis.
What's your name then?
Tom Milligan. No need to ask who you are. Famous Martha Jones.
I love him.
This Professor Doherty, I need to see her. Can you get me there?
She works in a repair shed, nuclear plants.
I really need to focus and listen.
What's this all for? What's so important about her?
Sorry, the more you know, the more you're at risk.
This is my favorite episode.
You're a bit of a legend.
What does the legend say?
Martha Jones, you say, she's going to save the world. Bit late for that.
Okay, I need to focus. He's in my top 5, just FYI.
It's ready to rise, Doctor.
Oh, he's still there.
The new Time Lord Empire. It's good, isn't it? Isn't it good?
Okay. Get your bearings. Calm down. Okay.
They broke your heart, didn't they? Those Toclafane. Ever since you worked out what they really are. They say Martha Jones has come back home.
Leave her alone.
But you said something to her, didn't you?
It's been a year?
I have one thing to say to you.
Oh, no, you don't.
What? What do you have to say? He didn't want to hear it. They're giving each other messages.
Ah, smell that sea air. Makes me long for good old British fish and chips. Yeah, what do I get? Cold mashed Swede.
What have Torchwood been doing the rest of this time?
Best to keep down.
All the way from the Black Sea to the Bering Strait, there's 100,000 rockets getting ready for war.
War?
I've been out there, Tom, in space before all this happened, and there's 1,000 different civilizations all around us with no idea of what's happening here.
Anything else I should know?
I've met Shakespeare.
Oh, shit.
Soon the rockets will fly. And everyone will need medicine. You'll be so busy.
Why didn't they want to see her identification? Oh, is she still hidden?
How do you think I travelled the world?
Right.
Well, I could see you.
That's because you wanted to.
Yeah, I suppose I did.
Is there a Mrs. Milligan?
Ditch the doctor, Martha.
No, what about you?
I mean, no, go save him. Just move on from this.
What time is it now?
It's nearly 3 o'clock.
Okay, Jack. Oh, the 3 was the time.
Oh, I see.
I told you. I have one thing to say.
He's not worried. He's not fussed about this at all.
Oh, here we go again.
Isomorphic controls. Which means they only work for me.
She was all beat up.
Siding with the Doctor is a very dangerous thing to do.
Take them away.
I feel like she was doing a good job with that because that look in her eyes when she was helping him put on his coat, she's been through some shit.
Revenge. Best served hot. And this
For
time,
what?
it's
I
a
don't know.
message from
I
Miss
think classic Who.
Jones.
I'm assuming it's revenge for something that happened in that. Maybe not, because they have been very good so far about not expecting people watching New Who to know anything from Classic Who. Like, they work separately and together.
But we've been told there's going to be a transmission. There!
But I know there's all sorts of whispers down there. Stories of a child walking the earth, giving you hope.
Is Martha the child?
What if I suspend your capacity to regenerate?
Well, I know that doesn't happen. Like, he regenerates. Same. What?
I'm sorry.
The doctor's still alive.
You can get him back.
No one's been able to look at a sphere close up. Except once. The lightning strike in South Africa brought one of them down. Just by chance. I've got the readings on this.
I heard stories that you walked the earth to find a way to build a weapon. Current of 58.5 kiloamperes, transfer a charge of 510 megajoules precisely.
Can you recreate that?
Easily, yes.
They're going to get us a sphere.
I'm already so worried that something's going to happen to him. I mean, I don't think that he stays. I feel like I would have known if he was like a recurring character. I think he's just going to be a one-off. I just hope we have him for the whole episode.
You ready? Do your job, I'll do mine!
Okay. Well, let's stay down.
We're opening up a rift in the Brachytolian space. Once the Empire is established, and there's a new Gallifrey in the heavens, maybe then it stops.
If you're going to call anything an empire, it's evil, right? Like, automatically?
The drumming. The never-ending
At least in sci-fi.
Ever since I was a child, I looked into the vortex. That's when it chose me.
I'm doing it for them. You should be grateful. After all, you love them so very, very much.
I feel like there are so many things running through my head as to what these things actually are.
Martha Jones.
Knows you.
Sweet, kind Martha Jones. You helped us to fly.
Who are you?
The skies are made of diamonds.
No. You can't be him.
The skies are made of diamonds.
We share each other's memories.
Oh my God!
What's it talking about? What does it mean?
What are they?
Martha.
The last humans.
Because the doctor said on the day before the Master came to power, he said...
When he was stealing the TARDIS, the only thing I could do was fuse the coordinates.
So you could only go to those two places.
You should have seen it, Doctor. Furnaces burning. The last of humanity screaming at the dark.
The Utopia project was the last hope.
But then the Master came with his wonderful time machine to bring us back home.
But that's a paradox. If you're the future of the human race and you've come back to murder your ancestors, you should cancel yourselves out. You shouldn't exist.
A living TARDIS, strong enough to hold the paradox in place, allowing the past and the future to collide in infinite majesty.
What about us? We're the same species. Why do you kill so many of us?
Because it's fun.
Human race, greatest monsters of them all.
Okay, wow. All right. Well, there's my answer about Utopia.
All you need is to get close. I can shoot the Master dead with this.
Actually, you can put that down now. Thank you very much.
Point is, it's not so easy to kill a Time Lord. They can regenerate. Literally bring themselves back to life.
Ah, the Master's immortal. Wonderful.
Except for this. 4 chemicals slotted into the gun. Inject him, kills a Time Lord permanently. There's an old unit base, North London. I found the access codes, Tom. You gotta get me there.
We can't get across London in the dark. It's full of wild dogs. We'll get eaten alive. We can wait till the morning, then go with the medical convoy.
Martha, could you do it? Could you actually kill him?
Got no choice.
You might be many things, but you don't look like a killer to me.
Are you Martha Jones?
Yeah, that's me.
Can you do it? Can you kill him? They said you can kill the master, can you? Tell us you can do it, please.
Come on, just leave her alone. She's exhausted.
No, it's all right. They want me to talk, and I will.
Oh, we're still with her, so what's going to happen?
Access priority 1. This is Professor Alison Doherty. Is my son still alive?
State your intent.
I have some information for the master.
Shit.
He has saved your lives so many times, and you never even knew he was there. But I've seen him. I know him. I love him.
It's him! It's him! Oh my God, it's him! It's the master! He's here! Hide her!
Oh, I like that they were saying to hide her and not, like, turn her over to save themselves. Oh no.
He walks among us.
I don't want anything to happen to him.
Ask yourself, what would the doctor do?
She took it off. He can see her even with it on. It's a fake, right? That's not the real thing.
And now, good companion, your work is done.
Fuck, I knew it. I was just hoping to get to the end. Now I have to go watch Lucifer. He brought everyone there to watch this.
3 minutes to align the black hole converters.
Martha, what do you have up your sleeve? There has to be something.
You had companions who could absorb the time vortex. This one's useless. Bow your head.
Don't you dare compare her to Rose.
A new order of Time Lords from this day forward.
What? What's so funny?
A gun.
What about it?
A gun in 4 parts.
Yes.
Did you really believe that?
What do you mean?
As if I would ask her to kill.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I've got her exactly where I want her.
But I knew what Professor Doherty would do about her son. Well, that's why I came to find you, know your enemy. I told her about the gun so she could get me here.
But you're still gonna die.
Don't you want to know what I was doing?
Is she?
I told a story, that's all. No weapons, just words. Everywhere I went, I found the people and I told them my story.
Is that all?
No, because I gave them an instruction. Just as the doctor said.
Use the countdown.
I told them that if everyone thinks of one word at one specific time...
Is that your weapon?
Right across the world, one word, just one thought at one moment, but with 15 satellites. And every single person on Earth thinking the same thing at the same time, and that word is Doctor.
Stop it. No, you don't.
He's yelling at him like he's a kid.
Doctor.
I've had a whole year to tune myself into the psychic network and integrate with its matrices. Tell me the human race is degenerate now. When they can do this. No! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And you know what happens now.
No!
You wouldn't listen. No! Because you know what I'm going to say. I forgive you.
I knew it.
Captain! The paradox machine! You men, with me. You stay here.
Wow, his guard Really did turn on him quick.
Now it ends!
Oh shit. I was wondering, like, aren't those gonna launch? I'm surprised it didn't go when the countdown ended.
Black hole converter inside every ship. If I can't have this world, Doctor, then neither can you. We shall stand up on this earth together as it burns.
Take it in, we get slaughtered!
Yeah, happens
Not
to me
him.
a lot.
I mean, he will, but he'll be fine.
Everyone get down! Time is reversing!
Why? What's gonna happen with the gun? Yep, all you gotta do is just rotate the earth backwards, that's it. That's how it works.
This is Unit Central. What's happened up there? We just saw the president assassinated.
Okay.
None of it happened. The rocket, the terror, it never was.
What about the spheres?
Trapped at the end of the universe. We're at the eye of the storm. The only ones who'll ever know.
That makes sense. I would say, I feel like it'd just be everyone on the ship.
What do we do with this one?
We kill him.
We execute him.
No, that's not the solution. You're my responsibility from now on. The only Time Lord left in existence.
Yeah, but you can't trust him.
No.
Definitely not. I knew she'd been through some shit.
Dying in your arms. Happy now?
You're not dying, don't be stupid. It's only a bullet. Just regenerate.
No.
One little bullet, come on.
I guess you don't know me so well. I refuse.
Regenerate.
So they can choose not to.
Just regenerate, come on.
I'll spend the rest of my life imprisoned with you.
Right.
Regenerate!
How about that? Will it stop, Doctor? It's drumming. Will it stop?
I'm sad for the doctor, but I'm not sad. Like in general, about him choosing to die. I feel like that's definitely the better solution here. In the long term. And I mean, I don't blame the master. I wouldn't want to be imprisoned for eternity, basically. Plus, he killed Tom. Wait, did he? If it got reversed, are the people who were dead no longer dead? I feel like, yes, that's the case.
Back to work.
I really don't mind, though. Come with me.
Had plenty of time to think that past year. And I kept thinking about that team of mine. Like you said, Doctor. Responsibility.
Yeah, they need you.
Hey, I need that. I can't have you walking around with a time-traveling teleport. You could go anywhere. Twice. Second time to apologize.
And what about me? Can you fix that? Will I ever be able to die?
Nothing I can do. You're an impossible thing, Jack.
What happens if I live for 1,000,000 years?
I really don't know.
Okay, vanity, sorry. Can't help it. When I was a kid, living in the Beauchesne Peninsula, they were so proud of me. The face of Beau, they called me. I'll see you.
I'm sorry, what now?
Can't be.
No. Definitely not, no. No.
What? You're just going to continue showing me stuff I have to watch after that? I need a moment to process. There were too many things in this episode.
Right then, off we go. The open road. There is a burst of starfire.
Is she going to stay with her family for a while?
Or back in time. We could, I don't know, Charles II? Henry VIII? I know. What about Agatha Christie? I'd love to meet Agatha Christie, but she's brilliant. Okay.
I just can't.
Yeah.
They saw half the planet slaughtered and they're devastated. I can't leave them.
Of course not. Thank you. Martha Jones, you saved the world.
Yes, I did. I spent a lot of time with you thinking I was second best, but you know what? I am good. You gonna be all right?
Always, yeah.
The thing is, it's like my friend Vicky. She lived with this bloke, student housing. There were 5 of them all packed in, and this bloke was called Sean. She completely adored him, spent all day long talking about him.
Is this going anywhere?
Yes! Because he never looked at her twice. I mean, he liked her, but that was it. And she wasted years pining after him, years of her life. I always said to her time and time again, I said, get out. So this is me, getting out. Keep that, because I'm not having you disappear. If that rings, when that rings, you better come running, you got it?
Got it.
Hopefully that means she'll be back.
I'll see you again, mister.
My brain is still spinning from Jack. There's no way that... What? There's no way. There's just no way. Why are we back here? Why? What was the point of that? Why did we need to see that? Why did that happen? A ship just ran into the TARDIS?
What?
Okay. We're not actually getting an episode, right? Like, that's just an ending thing? Because I can't handle Tom Ellis and Jack being the face of Bo and Titanic in the same episode. And I don't know why I'm crying. Okay. There were too many things in this episode. Okay. Ow, fuck. It just like ripped my ear. Really? And Martha left. Like, what? And the other Time Lord died. I don't know. I don't know. I have to be really, really honest. Going into this episode, I was a little disappointed with the lead up. I mean, I liked that we got the Time Lord. I liked the first part of the story. I didn't so much like the second part of the story. And as I was sitting down to record this, I was thinking like, this is probably going to be my least favorite finale yet. I just don't really like, I'm not super crazy with like what's happening right now. And I don't know where we're going to go with it. And then they give me this. Then they give me everything. To be fair, the Tom Ellis thing, like, that's not really a big deal for most people, I'm sure. It is to me. It was a huge deal. Like, there are very few people that I would have been more excited to see in this. Okay. And then Like, I feel like I need to go back and rewatch everything with the face of Bo. My brain is like refusing to accept that that's the case. Like, it has to be a joke. Like, what? That's what Jack becomes? And he never tells the doctor. He never tells him because the doctor, I mean, a lot of people asked who the face of Bo was, and he said he didn't know. He didn't really know much about him. Okay. And I am assuming the Christmas episode is not going to have to do with Titanic because, obviously didn't happen during Christmas season. And it's giving me the name of the episode of the Christmas episode, the special right now, which is Voyage of the Damned. Oh, fuck. Is it? Wait, what? If I get a Titanic episode, which I have been saying since I think the very first live stream I did on YouTube, all the way back at the beginning, Patreon, I think even on that YouTube live, people asked me like, if I could see anything, if I wanted anything to happen, I have said I wanted a Titanic episode. If I get a fucking Titanic episode, I'm going to lose my shit. And it's the one I have to watch next. And I'm already emotional. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this story totally redeemed itself. Going back, that's what I was saying, was like, I wasn't super looking forward to this just because like I wasn't really all that into it. I was into the aspect of like it being a Time Lord, learning about the Master, but the actual like mechanics of the episode, I kind of didn't really care about that much. Not that I didn't care, I just wasn't as excited about it, wasn't as into it as I've been into other stories. And so, yeah, I guess I just wasn't as invested into like what was actually happening in that specific story. Overall, like on a larger scale with the Master, finding out there's another Time Lord, all of those things I was excited to learn about. But like with the Master's particular plan in this story, I kind of was ambivalent on. And then we get this. So, I mean, they really made a point for Martha, like, when I call you, you better come running and like, I will see you again. So they really hit that home that we're going to see Martha again. But she's obviously not going to continue being a companion, I don't think. Like, I don't think she's going to be in the Christmas one. And I don't even know that she's going to be in the first one because they're making it seem like she's not going to come back as like a regular companion, but that she might pop up again in the future. So I have absolutely zero predictions for what the next series is going to look like. Absolutely zero. I don't know if Martha will be there or not. I don't know if we're going to get somebody new. I have no clue. I mean, we're definitely, I think, going to deal with some residual trauma from the Doctor, rethinking he's the last Time Lord again. But now we're going to have a new person who's not going to have a clue what the hell is going on. So they're definitely not going to be able to help him unpack all of that trauma. He needs a therapist as a companion. We've had a shop girl. We've had a time agent / con artist / military person. And we've had a tech genius briefly. And we've had a doctor in training, basically. He needs a therapist. Okay. All right. This was really good. Obviously, I loved this episode. Obviously, I loved this episode when I thought the only thing I was getting out of it was Tom Ellis. So, then you throw in the revelation that Jack is the face of Bo, which still feels ridiculous saying, I feel like I'm being tricked and I feel like I'm being gullible by believing that that's the case because it just seems so out there. And then Martha leaves and then we get to the end. And it's the fucking Titanic. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think that's gonna wrap up this one because I need to process. This was good. This was very, very good. And I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen now. Especially because I'm pretty certain that this next series is David's last. Because I think with the exception of Chris, they all did 3 series. I think. And I guess I don't know about Jodie because I don't know like when she started / if she's still doing it or not. But I think David, Matt, and I don't know who the other one is, the older guy. I think they did 3 series each. So if that's the case, I think this is David's last one, and I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be a finale thing. I'm kind of assuming it's a finale thing. I could be wrong. But yeah, and we got the answer, which I guess maybe in Classic Who, you might already know the answer, but I certainly haven't seen it in Classic Who because I haven't even gotten to my first regeneration yet. That the Time Lords can choose to not regenerate. So they can choose to die. So that answers that question, but it doesn't answer my other questions of like during the Time War, couldn't they have all just like, how did an entire species get wiped out when they have the ability to regenerate? And I know like there's trauma, they have to be able to go through that process. So like, I guess if they're all just like blown up into pieces, they're not going to be able to do it. But like an entire, like all of them, every single last one of them, with the exception of the Master, obviously, still seems a bit unrealistic. So I do still have questions about that. But I am glad I at least got this one answered. So that's 1 down, only 1 million more to go. Okay, now I'm really going to wrap this one up. So good. All right, if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you so much for the support. And thank you. We have had multiple Zoom calls, multiple discussions on Discord and on Patreon up to this point before I watched it. Jamie is my other fellow, even Clara too. You two are Titanic enthusiasts as well. I'm in Jamie's Discord server for Titanic, which if I remember, I will put a link in the description for this episode to that if anyone else wants to join it, because it's awesome. And still I had no idea that this was going to be a thing. Had no idea about Face of Bo. We've talked about Lucifer. Malcolm, you've talked about Lucifer multiple times. Never let it slip. You guys are so amazing. All of you. You all are just awesome. Thank you for keeping these things under wraps and not spoiling anything for me. Okay. All right. Yes. Now we'll wrap it up. Sorry for this chaotic energy. I can't handle what just happened. Okay, so yes, if you're watching this on Patreon, you are amazing. Thank you so much for the support, for not spoiling things. I really, really appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to catch up with those on Patreon who got this episode at least months ago, click the link in the description below, and then you can join us on those monthly Zoom calls and that Discord server where we're having these discussions. But if you do want to hang out here on YouTube, that is totally cool. Just make sure you hit the subscribe and notification buttons so you don't miss the next episode before it goes out. And I did forget, actually. So hopefully you didn't turn this off when I went to my usual spiel. I will not be doing an end of series thoughts video because I know I said in the mid-series thoughts that I was going to be doing it, but then in the very next episode that I recorded after that, accidentally, unintentionally, I shared the thoughts at the end instead of reserving them back. I just kind of launched into my thoughts. And then so I decided to test it out, and I have been doing that for each of the episodes since the mid-series thoughts video. I've been sharing the thoughts at the end of the video rather than reserving them, holding them back to do in a separate video. So that is what I have done up to this point. So there will not be an end of series thoughts video because I've already shared my thoughts. So there would be nothing else to share really in a separate video. So going forward, we're going to continue to test this out. If I find that when I go back later, enough things come up that I need to do a separate video, then I might reintroduce them into the channel. But as of right now, I do not anticipate doing separate thoughts videos. They're going to be shared at the end of the episodes, just to save myself time. Because I as I explained, I have a better grip on it. What's happening now with the world of Doctor Who, so I don't feel like it's taking me quite as long to process things. This episode, on the other hand, it'll take me a minute. But yeah, so no end of series thoughts video. So we're going to go straight from this one into the Christmas special. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.